said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Faurot Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see a top 5 team in this conference, the Texas Longhorns, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Give to the running back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
They'll try the left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Off the play fake on 1st down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the ground with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here comes the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Scanning the field, it's Horn. Using his feet to buy time. Finds his man, it's Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Going to the run, it's Hardy. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Snap it to the back. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Jones. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Looking for room, it's Hardy. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Give to the back. And he's still running after the move. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
He lofted high and deep down the left side. And he bats it away, it falls incomplete.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage, knocking that ball away and doing it clean? No PI on that one.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Horn. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on a limit.
And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
I tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Touchdown, Tigers! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jensen.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Gibson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He'll try to do it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Grab near the marker. It's Moore. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field, and that's why you had to...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Bringing it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They'll go to the counter. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Texas calls its campus to 40 acres. This running game might cover 40 acres before it's over.
That would be a heck of a day. I don't know how many yards that would be. That would be a quick conversion. How good your math, Reese, to try to calculate that, but they're having a lot of success, a lot of history, great running backs at the University of Texas, and this guy is having a day.
On 2nd and 10, a 4-wide out set, trips right. To throw, it's Manning. The short hands, it's Lockett.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Snagged in the middle. It's Lockett. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school, and you can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
From the gun, looking for a man. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
On third and goal, they'll throw it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
That is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, third and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
And this one sails through just inside that left upright. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. USF rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Tampa. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. Always fun to see 2 of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
To the air, it's Horn. Keeps looking downfield. He's going to take off. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. The Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. The Longhorns really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Gets it out fast. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Man, did he have a read on that one and almost had the pick. It'll be 3rd down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Going for 6. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air, it's Horn. With the catch, it's Coleman. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously, trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard, and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
The offense changing the play. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Missouri.
They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Slings it downfield. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Throws for the tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Back to throw, it's Manning. Makes the grab on the left. Inside the 45. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Fires to the big fella. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get you.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Direct snap. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Second down, they'll go to the air. On target. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. West Virginia managed to eke out the victory in a tighter-than-expected one. And they'll savor this one in Morgantown for some time, no matter the final score. All that speculation all week, and now we know. And something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Wide receiver going in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Horn. The short hands, it's Terry. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
Timeout, Missouri.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. It's complete on the right side. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just keeps slinging it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The give to the tailback. There he goes. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for space. It's Gibson.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first.